So funny. Each time it's like nothing can be said. Like, what is it even to talk about? What is there to talk about? So fucking empty. So empty. But so alive. So vibrant, popping, crispy, crunchy, delicious. I mean, just fucking wow. Wow. There's nothing going on, and yet it appears as there's so much going on. But nothing is happening. Everything, anything can happen in the dream. Of course, anything can arise in the dream, but the dream itself, it's being dreamt by no one. Nobody is fucking producing the dream. So nothing is real, as in it's actually happening to someone. And that it has a reason or a purpose. What does that even mean? What does it even mean? Reason and purpose. As in something that actually exists, you know? It's just whatever is happening. It's just whatever is happening. No, but really, like, what else can you say? What else can you fucking say? There's just what's happening. And that's just mind-blowing, stunning. There's only what's happening. There has only been just fucking this. And this has always been so full, so complete, no separation, nobody here. Wow, you know? Wow. Incredible. In-fucking incredible. Wow. It's so crazy how there used to be a center, you know, a felt sense of a self, as someone, like I was truly here. When it's being said, when I'm saying something happened to me, it's so obvious that that doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean shit, you know? It's just so empty. That's just a word, and words are just emptiness. Words are just silence. Everything is already so silent. Everything is the silence that's being looked for, you know? But it was amazing how, you know, this even went to a school of light and this ashram, trying to find something. And that has had nothing to do with this, as in there is no one. Like nothing led up to this, because nothing leads anywhere. It was always fucking this. It was always this. There was never anyone in a timeline walking somewhere who had a life. That artificial sense of self just, you know, faded, melted, whatever, and nothing is left, you know. And even a felt sense of self, that's also just already the nothingness. So nothing matters. Really, nothing matters. It's not supposed to feel in a certain way. It's nobody who gains anything or gets anything. The illusion of that this is supposed to feel in a certain way, that's what melts. Everything just melts, and then it's just what's happening. And it was always like that. But just this illusionary, artificial sense of I'm here and life is supposed to be in a certain way, and life is getting filtered into concepts all the time, mixed with, longing for peace, dreams, hope, loneliness, sadness, lack of love, blah, blah, blah. Like, wow, what a mess. And it was never anything there. It was always just this empty whatever is appearing. So of course nothing can lead up to anything, because nothing is even happening. Nothing was even happening. Nothing ever fucking happened. Emptiness is everything. It's already everything. It's just this filter of that it's happening to you. That's what drops, So of course nobody can get this or understand this. That's just walking in circles. Walking in endless fucking circles, And that's so funny, because that's not even happening also. Like, nothing is really happening. So of course nobody has a choice, and that's just so fucking obvious that this is just choiceless. But it's so amazing how it seems like this is happening to someone and someone is choosing. But this empty fucking love just appears as choice. Again, whatever is appearing is already this automatic fucking void. Empty. Wow, so fucking free and fresh, and it doesn't ask anything from anyone. It just appears as fucking stories of asking and demanding and, shaming and blaming and guilty trips and all these stories. That's already this emptiness, but they just seem to mean something when there's someone there, but that someone is already not there. And that's just wow. Really wow. And I don't know, it's just funny how apparent spiritual seekers seem to find, these video. It's so obvious that this is just it's just a story. It doesn't mean shit, but I guess, apparently in the story, hardcore seekers, like fucking hardcore seekers, end up in spirituality somehow, because you were seeking in things, you were seeking in jobs, you were seeking in relationships, in desires or whatever, and it was never fucking enough. It was never enough. And then there's a story of spirituality, and that's just, it's just mumbo jumbo. It's just really a made up story. So of course you will never get there with spirituality also. It's just made up fucking concepts. But everything is that, and no one is doing that. That's just so innocent. Everything is just empty innocence happening, including spiritual stories. But this has nothing to do with spirituality, and that's so funny. I also thought that, like Julia thought this had something to do with spirituality, but it's so obvious that of course not, Saying that meditation will lead up to this, it's like saying, a policeman, like, oh, but if I just catch one more thief, then I will get there. Then I will get to this radical non-duality state. That just sounds insane, and it's equally the same when you hear someone say, but if I just do one more spiritual practice, then maybe I will get there. Oh, it's so funny. It's just so funny. It's so insane. You need to laugh. Because it's just a big joke. It's all a big joke, and nobody's doing anything already. There's no choice in being on a stupid spiritual path or on a stupid, I don't know, whatever career path, Everything is just beautiful. It's so innocent, Automatic. Nobody inside anyone. And no one who fucking knows that. There's not a state. There's no such thing as a non-dual state. Who would be in a state? That's separation. But the me can only produce these stories. The me can only produce stories from how it feels to be a me, the lived sense of reality. So it can't think outside of itself. It can't think away itself. That it can instead be like, trying to think that away, it can even create even more contracted fucking energy. And then you just inside more intense loops of concepts and stories and practices and But no one is doing that. That's just what's happening. It's all already this love. Everything. PMS, apparently there's PMS arising. There is cravings for like certain kinds of foods. It's just being more tired. That's just what's arising. That's just what's happening then. Then it's just a story of PMS. It doesn't mean anything, but it's just what's happening. It's amazing, huh? And there, you can't force anything. Can't force anything. Can appear as you're trying to force this, but that just creates this sticky, suffering feeling, you know? You're trying to control something that was always uncontrollable. It's literally like the wind. It's just can never fucking catch it. The one who's trying to catch it can evaporate, apparently, for no freaking reason at all. There's already nobody in control. So one day there may be, thoughts about spirituality or non-duality or whatever, and you're trying to get there, and then suddenly there are no thoughts about that anymore, and that didn't happen for any reason at all. And suddenly there are no questions left, and no one who gained something. That just melted, everything just melts. Oh, it's just beautiful. And yeah, no one who got anything. It's the freaking end of getting something. The end of your life, the end of experience, the end of anything happening to you. It's just, oh yeah, okay, nothing ever gave a shit about Julia. Julia was never there. Nothing gave a shit about her, or what she wanted. It's so funny how we think life cares about us, and like that, life happens from this point that we're in, from this, it's happening from me. So everything gets filtered into my story. Oh, that happened to you now because in my story, that means this now. That's why this happened to you. Like, it's so narcissistic. Is that how you say it in English? But really, like, that's such a story of narcissism that everything happens for you. How does that even work? It doesn't work. We see that all the time. It doesn't work. But it's just funny. This is just talking. It doesn't mean anything. It can trigger so many things, and there's no choice in that. And that's just so funny. That's also just love. Everything is already love. Allowed. Free. So fucking free and allowed. So fuck yeah, get triggered. Yell, shut the fuck up. Keep your mouth shut. I'm being very triggered, or whatever. It's all already this love. Everything that's heard, felt, seen. It's just this lovely fucking breeze. The hate, the agony, the contracted, the panic, the fucking fear for your life, the love, the whatever, It's just this light breeze. Everything is just this light fucking breeze. Being punched in the fucking face so hard, it's just a light breeze, And the me wants to hear cool stories of magic and wonders and transformation and transmutation and whatever, transmissions and this because this will never be enough. This will never ever be enough for the sense of self, and there's no reason for that. I have no fucking clue why it is like that. It's just what's happening. It's just a dream. It's just a fucking dream. So funny. And suddenly things can seem to calm down in a way. Not really chasing or hunting, because it's just this sense of completeness, even in the chasing, It's just complete in the chase. It's not lacking something. So everything just happens by itself, and it was always like that. You were never needed to do anything. You have never done anything. Compassion, gratitude, to help, to run away, to whatever. Everything just happened already, you know, from the void. Everything is already the void. This empty, boundless energy, everything was already that. And no one can get it. Fuck, this is such a crazy message. And it's not even a message. Because I'm not talking to anyone. There's nobody here who's talking to someone there. This is just fucking boundless, seamless. What? Appearing as a person who seems to talk to someone. But of course, that's not happening. No fucking separation. Just so flat. I heard Tim Kliss say this. So beautiful. Like a postcard, you know? The background melted with the front. Like everything just merged. And it's just the world is like a postcard. Oh, and that doesn't mean anything, you know? That doesn't like, it won't give you anything. It's just a beautiful word to say. There's only what's happening, really. There's only a video being recorded in a living room, sitting on the floor. There is only that. And that is not even happening, because it's not happening to someone. A dream, just a dream. Oh, I don't know, it's just so funny, it's just funny, you know. Of course, this appears so crazy. And that's also just his unconditional love. No choice in anything. No rights, no wrongs. Just so allowed, you know. No one has done anything wrong. There are no mistakes. Just stories of mistakes, but there really are no mistakes. Everything is just this boundless love. Really just this boundless love. Cheerio.